Hi everyone, it's Becky here. So we are on the Uber taxi to the airport. We're on a vacation in Montreal for the whole month, and here's Dudu. Here we are, arrived at Vancouver International Airport, and me and my parents and Dudu are on a vacation to Montreal. And we're all super excited, so just checking in first. We have a luggage to check in, and Dudu is here, a little anxious and going through security. Yeah. So it's gonna be a 5-hour flight from Vancouver to Montreal, and Dudu is being a very good boy. He's able to enjoy his treat. That's much better compared to before. And we are boarding the flight now. And Dudu is in the cabin with us under the seat. Goodbye, Vancouver. Bye, Fraser River. I will see you in 1 month. So I think all humans and animals are not feeling comfortable on the flight, especially babies. There are a lot of crying babies, and Dudu is not perfect, but fine. So even without air turbulence, the airplane is still kind of shaky, but it's really fun to sketch the people sitting in front of me. And I want to zoom in a little bit and just focus on 3 or 4 people. And I think I spent about 30 minutes drawing the people in front of me, and I'm going to paint later. So here we are after about 5 hours. We're seeing Montreal and the St. Lawrence River. So we're taking an Uber taxi again to our Airbnb. Here's a half moon greeting us outside the airport. Hello Montreal, and I'm very grateful to see this beautiful sunset sky. It's about 8:30 now in the evening. Here we are outside our Airbnb, an old-fashioned condo, and yeah, Dudu is surveying all the rooms and corners for us. He was growling many times because I think there was another animal living here not long ago. And the next morning, it was a Saturday. So yeah, we're taking our first day here nice and easy by just wandering around the neighborhood. And here is the famous, the église. And yeah, that means church is very, very similar to the Notre Dame Basilica in downtown Montreal. And we're also doing some shopping. So I'm gonna grab my favorite animal cracker here from this Bulk Barn store. So the animal crackers are perfect with milk. And we also went to the Metro supermarket. I need my tea, black tea are on sale, and also yogurt for Dudu and us. We also need to get flour, and of course, these baked milk. And 4 liters of baked milk is very heavy, as well as eggs. Now, I want to paint my airplane sketch. So I'm going to go for the skin colors first, which is the mix of orange and permanent red. Diluted with a lot of water to get the skin tone. And yeah, it was really fun sketching these bored people on their tablets on the plane. One little girl there in the corner was watching The Simpsons. And this woman over here, the mother of the little girl, was watching a soap opera. She's putting a blanket on her legs. So I'm using cobalt blue. Cobalt blue mixed with permanent violet to shade the blue blanket. And most of the other stuff on the airplane are gray. So I'm playing with the mix of cobalt blue and permanent violet, diluted with a lot of water to paint these gray things. This guy was wearing a shirt with stripes. The red headphone is really nice to stand out among the cold colors. There's a bit of a purplish light glowing there. And I'm continuing to play with the mix of permanent violet and cobalt blue at different ratios to paint these different kinds of grays, either bluish or more purplish. And I pretty much never leave my sketches as just line works. I always paint them, 99% of the time painting on location. Painting on the airplane is quite challenging because the space is very small and my watercolor paint is in my backpack in the overhead bin. So these seats are darker grays. The interior walls of the airplane is white, so very, very diluted blue violets. So this is an almost monochromatic sketch playing with the value of blue violets. So yeah, a great way to practice value studies and also water control. And you don't want to overshade some of the areas. At the same time, you need to be really bold and brave, shading some parts really intensely, using not too diluted grays. So if everything in the sketch is too dark or too bright, your sketch is not going to look interesting or powerful. So here's my finished coloring of my airplane sketch on the table at my Airbnb. Now I want to sketch these grocery shopping items that I just bought. So a lot of people were ordering this Mr. Noodles, chicken noodles on the airplane. I'm going to sketch everything on this medium-sized Moleskine using my Montreal watercolors to paint. And here's the look. So the next video will be a detailed tutorial of how I composed and sketched everything on this page spread. Stay tuned. Now it's Saturday evening. After dinner, we're on our way to Verdun Beach, about 20 minutes walk from our Airbnb. Sightseeing on the way as well. That's the big church that we just saw earlier in the day. And here we are approaching the Verdun Beach. And I think a thunderstorm is brewing. There's some seagulls. Now, using my Moleskine pocket-sized watercolor sketchbook, I just spent about 10 minutes drawing this mundane view in front of me. Nothing is too banal anymore once you record it in your sketchbook. And some half-grown ducks are swimming by. Yeah. Adding some watercolors to my quick line drawing, and it's almost dark now. So I'm painting very quickly but not rushing. Adding some charming greens. Here's the look of my finished sketch. That's a 25-minute line drawing on watercolors, and the thunderstorm came down right after I finished the sketch. And the next day was Sunday. As you can see, the sky in Montreal is very hazy because there's a very large fire in Saskatchewan. So the wind is carrying all the smoke from Saskatchewan to Quebec. So it's 10 in the morning. I'm outside Cafe Chateau. It's a cat cafe. That's the first kitty I'm seeing. He or she is approaching me. And now I'm in love. And this kitten here looks so much like Dudu when he was a baby. And let's look around. Oh, some more kittens are having their breakfast. One more here. They're all open for adoptions. And there's one black kitty here. Yeah, I think he's more grown. Here's my line drawing of my wrap and a cup of latte. My friend Lara, my best friend from grad school, she's sketching with me today. So we haven't seen each other for almost 3 years since I left Montreal in 2022. And this kitty, yeah, that we saw before looks so much like Dudu when he was a baby. And yeah, he's very curious. So here's the look of my finished sketch of the vegan wrap and cup of latte. Now I'm sketching people. And here's my friend Lara sketching her cup of cappuccino and a chocolate chip cookie. She's very happy. Yeah, I'm very grateful to have a friend who's also a sketcher. I'm sketching this bookshelf and cat stairs on my left with a family of like four, three kids and one mom. Adding details. There are actually lots of books on this shelf here. Oh, a cat is grooming there. That's super adorable. Here's my finished line drawing of the bookshelf or cat climber and the people. Now I'm adding the watercolors. I just did an underpainting of very diluted yellow ochre for the interior space. Now using fancy colors to paint the spines of the books on the shelf. And this sketch, yeah, it took some patience. And here's the look of my finished sketch of part of Cafe Chateau's interior. Now, my friend Laura, she's driving me to a park that I've never been to before. So this is the park of rushing water. So in French is Parc des Rapides. Here we can see an amazing view of St. Lawrence rivers, rushing water with lots of turbulence and yeah, rigor. I'm so happy to be here, feeling the energy of St. Lawrence River. There are some people doing some special fishing activity. So these people, they are catching some pest fish that are disturbing the ecological system of the river. So I just want to pet these fish before they kill them off with a special kind of chemical. It's so sad. They're gonna kill them off. And these poor fish, they're dying after getting some chemical thrown in the bucket. So I'm gonna come back here for sure with my parents and do a grand sketch of the rushing water. But today I don't want to, spend too much time here. My friend Laura, she's a little tired, so just me sketching this mundane view of nature sitting on a bench. Here's my quick 30-minute sketch. And yeah, it's Sunday evening. So I just bought a bottle of peach wine from a local supermarket and I did a sketch before dinner. So that's the first 48 hours landing in Montreal. Yeah, there are a lot of outdoor cats here in Montreal. I feel like there are a lot more compared to Vancouver. Hi. Oh, he or she's not coming over. She's running away.